Have you ever felt lost, like you're navigating a dense fog without a compass? We all have those moments. But what if I told you there are lighthouses built by the greatest minds in history whose light can cut through any fog? Today, we're not just reading quotes. We're igniting these lighthouses within ourselves. We're going to explore powerful words of wisdom that can reframe your perspective, energize your spirit, and provide clarity on your journey. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll have a toolkit of profound insights to carry with you, ready to illuminate your path whenever you need it most. Let's start with a foundational aspect of our lives, our mindset. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that for a moment. How many times have you worried about something that never happened? How much energy have you spent on what-ifs and worst-case scenarios? This quote is a powerful reminder that our internal world often creates more turmoil than the external world. Our perception is our reality. The challenge isn't to eliminate problems, but to train our minds not to magnify them. When you feel anxiety creeping in, ask yourself, is this happening now, or am I suffering in my imagination? This simple question can be an anchor in a storm of worry, bringing you back to the present moment where you have control. Building on that, let's turn to the wisdom of Lao Tzu, who taught, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." This is perhaps one of the most famous quotes in the world, and for good reason. It's the ultimate antidote to feeling overwhelmed. We often look at our biggest goals starting a business, learning a new skill, getting in shape, and the sheer scale of the endeavor paralyzes us. We see the 1,000 miles and forget about the single step. But every great achievement in human history started exactly the same way, with one small initial action. Your dream isn't out there in the distant future. It's right here, in the very next step you take. So what's your one step for today? Don't worry about the mile. Just focus on the step. That's how momentum is born. Now, let's consider our relationships with others and ourselves. The Persian poet Rumi beautifully captured this with his words, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." This turns the whole idea of finding love on its head. It suggests that love isn't something we lack, but something we block. We build walls of fear, insecurity, and past hurts that prevent love from flowing in and out. The real work isn't chasing affection from others, but courageously dismantling our own internal barriers. It's about becoming a person who is open, accepting, and loving, starting with yourself. When you do that, you don't just find love, you become a source of it. And that changes everything. Let's talk about failure. It's something we all fear, but what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Thomas Edison, a man who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This quote is a masterclass in reframing perspective. Edison didn't see his attempts as failures. He saw them as data points, as learning experiences. Each wrong way brought him one step closer to the right way. Imagine applying this mindset to your own life. What if every setback wasn't a dead end, but a lesson? What if every mistake was just another way that won't work, guiding you toward what will? This view transforms failure from a source of shame into a valuable part of the process. It gives you permission to experiment, to try, and to grow without the fear of getting it wrong. From failure, we naturally move to resilience. How do we keep going when things get tough? The Japanese proverb, "Fall down 7 times, stand up 8, offers a simple yet profound blueprint for perseverance. It doesn't say avoid falling. It accepts falling as a given, a natural part of life. The emphasis isn't on the fall, but on the act of getting back up, the 8th time. That's where the magic happens. It's in that moment of decision after you've been knocked down to rise once more. This proverb teaches us that resilience isn't about being invincible. It's about having the spirit to stand up one more time than you fall. True strength isn't never falling, it's always rising. Now, let's explore the nature of true knowledge. The Greek philosopher Socrates gave us a timeless paradox. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. In an age where everyone wants to be an expert, this is a humbling and incredibly liberating idea. It's not about being ignorant. It's about embracing intellectual humility. It means being open to learning, questioning your own assumptions, and listening more than you speak. The moment we think we know everything, we close ourselves off to growth and new perspectives. True wisdom begins with curiosity. It's the admission that the universe is vast and our understanding is small, which fuels a lifelong quest for knowledge. So, the next time you feel certain about something, take a moment to embrace the Socratic spirit and ask, what if I'm wrong? What else is there to learn? And what about happiness? We spend so much of our lives chasing it. But what if we're looking in the wrong places? The writer and philosopher Albert Camus observed, "You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life." This is a powerful call to stop analyzing and start living. Happiness isn't a destination you arrive at after solving a complex equation. It's a byproduct of a life fully lived. It's found in the small moments, the warmth of the sun, a conversation with a friend, the satisfaction of a job well done. By constantly seeking a grand, abstract meaning, we miss the actual, tangible life happening right in front of us. The meaning of life is to live it. The way to be happy is to stop searching for it and start experiencing it. Let's also reflect on our character and integrity. Abraham Lincoln, a man known for his profound moral compass, said, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power." This is a sharp insight into human nature. Hardship often reveals our resilience and determination, but power ... Power reveals our core values. It strips away external constraints and shows who we truly are when we can do as we please. This quote serves as a personal check-in. How do you treat people when you have the upper hand? When you're in a position of authority, even a small one, do you lead with kindness and humility or with ego? Character isn't just about how you handle tough times. It's about how you handle influence and success. Finally, let's tie all this together with a thought on living a meaningful life. Steve Jobs, in his famous Stanford commencement speech, urged graduates, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." This is a direct, urgent plea to embrace your authenticity. We are constantly bombarded with expectations from family, society, and social media about who we should be, what we should want, and how we should live. It takes immense courage to tune out that noise and listen to your own inner voice. This quote is a reminder that your life is your own unique masterpiece to create. Are you painting with your own colors, or are you trying to copy someone else's canvas? Don't let the fear of judgment stop you from living a life that is true to you. Your time is the most precious resource you have. Spend it on your own terms. So, as we come to a close, remember these gems of wisdom. When you feel overwhelmed, remember the single step. When you fear failure, remember you're just finding ways that won't work. When you feel lost, remember that the journey itself is the destination. These aren't just words. They are tools. Keep them in your mental toolkit and pull them out when you need them. Let them be your lighthouses in the fog. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through wisdom today. If any of these quotes resonated with you, let me know in the comments which one and why. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content that helps you navigate life with clarity and purpose. Until next time, take that one step